You meet someone at a party. They say their name. You smile, shake their hand, and start planning what to say next. 10 seconds later, the name is gone. Not blurry, gone. And here is the strange part. Studies on the next-in-line effect found that memory can dip in the 9 seconds around your own turn to speak. So maybe you did care. Maybe you were listening. Why then did the one word you needed disappear first? The easiest explanation is also the cruelest one. Maybe you are careless. Maybe you do not pay enough attention. But that doesn't fit what you actually remember. You remember their face. You remember the joke they made, the tired look in their eyes, even the story about their dog. Your memory was working. It simply saved a different version of the meeting. That matters, because forgetting a name is not the same as forgetting a person. And once you separate those two things, the real reason becomes much easier to see. Here's the main answer. A name usually arrives with almost nothing attached to it. It's a sound, not a story. Your brain has no obvious place to put it. A job gives you images. A personality gives you patterns. A shared experience gives you emotion. But Daniel could mean anyone. A classic experiment made this visible. 16 students learned information about 16 unfamiliar faces. Some labels were professions, others were surnames. The faces stayed the same, but the professions were remembered more easily than the names. Same person, same amount of time, different meaning. Your brain is not refusing to care. It's choosing information that already connects to something. The name often arrives alone, while everything else arrives with context. That's why you can remember who someone is and still have no idea what to call them. But a name is not stored in a little box by itself. Your brain has to build a link between the face in front of you and the sound you just heard. In one brain imaging study, successful face name memories showed stronger activity in the front part of the hippocampus and in a left prefrontal region. Overall accuracy was 66.2%, rising to 77.5% when people felt highly confident. In everyday life, that link is fragile. You hear Maya, notice her red glasses, wonder whether your handshake was awkward, and the moment moves on. The face has several hooks, the name has one, and unless the two are tied together, the name slips away first. Now add the social part. When someone introduces themselves, you're rarely doing only one thing. You're listening, checking their expression, deciding whether you seem friendly, and preparing your reply. Sometimes you're even rehearsing your own name while they are still saying theirs. That matters because the memory drop around your turn to speak becomes stronger when the upcoming response is more difficult. The more effort you spend planning what comes next, the less attention remains for what is happening now. Think about a work event. Someone says, "Hi, I'm Marcus," and immediately asks what you do. Your mind races toward a clear, confident answer. Marcus is still standing there. His name is not.
You did not decide he was unimportant. Your attention simply moved forward too early. And anxiety makes that movement even faster. Here is where your memory starts to look less broken and more selective. You may forget the name, yet remember that the person was nervous before a presentation. You remember the way their voice changed when they mentioned their father. You remember that they dislike flying or always order tea without sugar. Those details have meaning. They tell you something about the person. Researchers have even found that when a name was connected to dishonest behavior, people remembered that connection better than when the behavior was neutral or trustworthy. The emotional importance strengthened the link. The name alone did not suddenly become easier. The story attached to it did. That is why unpleasant people sometimes stay in memory with irritating clarity. Your brain notices information that might matter later. So the real pattern is not, "I remember nothing." It is, "I remember what felt important." And that changes the way you should try to remember names. The usual advice is to repeat the name immediately. That can keep you present, but repeating a sound is not the same as connecting it to a person. In 2 experiments, saying names aloud did not improve later memory for face name pairs. So you can say, "Nice to meet you, Nina," and still lose Nina before the conversation ends. A better approach is simple. Give the name meaning and attach it to one visible detail. Maybe Nina has a silver notebook. Maybe Sam reminds you of your cousin Sam. Maybe Elena mentions that she repairs old cameras. You do not need an elaborate mental movie, you just need one honest bridge. Research comparing different learning methods found that names improved with meaningful processing, while faces improved when people paid attention to physical features. In plain language, look at the person, then connect the name to something real. And when the name is already gone, ask again. A warm, "Remind me of your name," is far kinder than spending 10 minutes pretending. So no, forgetting a name does not automatically mean you didn't care. Sometimes it means you were trying hard to make the other person comfortable. You were listening to their story, reading the room, managing your nerves, and searching for the right thing to say. Your brain kept the expression on their face and dropped the label attached to it. That does not make the forgotten name harmless. It can still hurt when someone remembers you and you cannot return the favor. So take responsibility without turning it into a judgment about your character. Ask again. Build the connection. Give the name another chance to stick. But stop treating every blank moment as proof that you are cold or self-absorbed. You may remember the person's fear, humor, kindness, or strange little habit long after the name disappears. And honestly, those are often the parts that make someone worth remembering. Do you usually lose the name but keep everything else about the person? Tell me in the comments.